Alrighty, guys. So this is probably one of the easiest patterns that you can do. If you guys really understood support and resistance, this is going to be super easy. Um, this is literally like the three touch rule. This is the horizontal three touch rule, but in trading terms, we call these triple tops and triple bottoms. Now, there's a multitude of these that happen like crazy all the time. Again, your anchor for your markets are really going to be your monthly, weekly, and daily zones. Like when you can mark those up really good and know the major zones of where money is, you're going to be in a really, really good place as far as making money goes in trading. And then when you want to start looking at taking your entries usually off of the hour chart is going to give you a good enough time to kind of let the market build up. And again, I say this all the time. Hey, the easier it looks on your eyes, the easier it's going to be to trade. So, I mean, it can look really good on your eyes off the 4-hour chart or the 15-minute chart. Like it can look really good on your eyes off the daily. Like you can see a substantial amount of volume in those levels, and you pretty much know where the buyers and the sellers are. But I'm going to use this is a very memorable trade for me, actually. Because I didn't make money on this, and this actually would have been one of my biggest days ever, but I didn't make any money on this. On one of these instances because I got in my own head. Um, and I made good money on one, and then on another one, I made no money, and it really, really stuck to me. And a lot of times in our trading careers, you guys are going to see that sometimes it's the trades that we lose that teach us our biggest lesson, and sometimes it's the trades that we don't take that teach us our biggest lessons because we look at those and we feel like, we lost on those. But really, we won because if the perspective that we choose to look through and the lens we choose to look through, we gain something out of it and it benefits us, then what did we really lose, right? So understanding that is so important. That's a part of having a winning mindset in trading. That's why I said I can teach you all this stuff, but I mean, if you don't develop the winning mindset, you're never going to make money. That's just how it goes. So I'm going to show you the triple bottom first, okay? Because this is the one that we're on. This is back in 2018. So, and this is when I really started learning triple bottoms and triple tops and how they look. So looking at this and seeing, what's going on here, you would look to see like, oh, there's a support right there, blah, 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 whatever. Oh, there's a resistance right there. But no, I want you to focus on the triple, on the pattern that I'm teaching you, okay? So watching this right here, see how price kind of did build up right there? Now what we want to have happen is price to push away. Now see how price is pushing away right there? Now of course, you could come in and be like, oh, there's an inverted head and shoulders because you just watched that video. Yeah, I get it. Okay, because there's the shoulder there, there's the push down right there, there could be the head right there, okay? Again, you have to pay attention and trade the pattern that's presented to you, all right? So when price comes here, now you see how price pushed away right there? You can see price coming down there. Now you would know that touch 1, touch 2 off of the 3 touch rule, that's touch 1. This could be touch 2. We only know it's touch 2 is if it's pushed away. See how it's pushed away? That's touch 2. So we see prices here, it's pushed away. We see prices here, it's pushed away. That's touch 1, that's touch 2. There's the push away right there. Now if price comes back down here, what I want you to understand is we call this a triple bottom in trading. All right. So when it comes down here for a third touch, and this is why when I started doing 3 touch rule, it was so effective because 3 touch rule is also a part of a pattern. So it's a part of a synchronicity that happens inside of the market. It's a part of an alignment that happens. So when price gets there, it goes support, support. So we go support, support. Now, if it comes back down here, that's your triple bottom. So when it reaches that level, just like the 3 touch roll, you're actually going to take that trade when it reaches that point. So as soon as it reaches this zone right here, you will be buying this trade. That is what you will be doing. So if price comes over to there, that's going to be your trade that you take right there. And then if you're following this thing, you know, on the sideways angle, then of course you're going to be looking. You're going to say, oh, this is my dual trend line system. This is my true downtrend right through here, and this is the zone right there. That's very true. I mean, that's why I said there's so many different ways that you can look at trading. You just have to understand that when it's at the zones, at the times, that's when you use the strategy. So the 3-touch rule on these patterns, when these are all horizontal teachings that I'm showing you right now on the triple top and triple bottom. The 3-touch rule is a diagonal support and resistance system. It's actually not considered a pattern. It's considered price action through trending, through trend identification because of the higher high and higher low. This that I'm showing you is actually the market reversal horizontally. So when it comes here, you're looking to take a trade horizontally. So we got 1, 2, and 3. We're going to look at taking the trade if it comes back down and hits that level. So no matter how fast or rapid it gets there, or how big the candle is, what we're doing is we're taking the trade off of there, and that is a true triple bottom. When that's your buy. Do you see that candle? See how there's a full candle right there off of the daily? That's so important to see that, because imagine if you're looking at this right here and you see that right there. If you're worried about like volume and like, or if you're worried about like the way the candlesticks look, and you're looking at candlesticks and you're not paying attention to volume and seeing that this overall zone is where the buyers are at, because once it reaches there it goes up, once it reaches there it goes up, and you're not thinking of probabilities of saying like, oh, it could go up here, and understanding your risk to reward and the time. And we're going to get to that. Again, I know I haven't talked about that yet because I don't want you guys to get confused with this yet. If you're not looking in a way and just knowing that this is a triple bottom, and it's a triple bottom, and I don't know if this thing's going to go down and break through this or not. I just know that when Visual Prowess FX, when they come on here and they're teaching us this, and JDR saying this, and he's saying that this is where you buy at, then just simply understand that that's what I might be teaching it to you, but this is what the pattern is telling you guys, that this is a buy. Even though that candle is all the way solidly pushed down, that's a buy. So when it reaches there, you buy. And then if it goes up, you get rewarded for it. And that is a triple bottom right there. Now, I'm going to show you the next trade that happened that I didn't take because it comes back down here again right there. That's it right there, that hit right there. And the move that I wanted on the original one, I actually got my move right there. And it was actually a really big trade. And I never actually took that trade. And there was a lot of money that I missed on this trade right here, because I just took this trade. And what I started doing was I started thinking, well, oh, maybe because this is a shoulder right there, that's the head right there, that's a shoulder. I started thinking to myself, oh, maybe it's doing a head and shoulders pattern, and since it's doing that, it might just fall all the way through. So I don't want to chance it and be wrong and not take the trade. That was my logic back in October of 2018. That's when that was, October 1830. So I didn't have that mindset. I did not have a winning mindset. Even though I was pretty decent at trading, I would say I was pretty good. But I could always make money, but I could never really keep the money that I made. Like I could make withdrawals and then I'd withdraw it, and then I'd end up having to put the money back in later on that I withdrew because I lost it in trading, because I would lose it over weeks or months at a time because I just didn't understand like why I wasn't winning, right? And so understanding like these different things, the probabilities and the winning mindset is so key. But that is a triple bottom right there. Now I'm going to go on to another one because this actually happened to me twice, and I actually lost on this trade. One I won on, one I lost on. One of them was recently. But I want to show you guys this example here on these trades, because this is a triple top, and this is how this happens here. As you see how the price is all the way through here. So again, let me show you what we're doing. When price comes up here, it creates that peak and it comes down, right? Price comes up again, it creates that peak. That is your second touch right there. Here's the zone right there. That's a triple bottom. Because basically I say that is because that's like a move right there. Then that's 1, 2, and 3. And that's 1, 2. And then price comes back up here. And that's your third touch. That's your triple top right there. And again, it's not always going to be perfect. That's what we always want. We're taught that in school, if we don't get it right, then essentially we fail, right? And we get those passing grades A, B, C, D, E, whatever. So in doing this, it's not that you're wrong in the market. It's just that the market is always right. That's the logic that you have to develop if you want to win consistently in this market. That's what you have to understand. So seeing this and looking at this example right here that I have drawn out, what the market is doing is it's pushing here and then it's hitting a level and it's stopping. See that? And it's pushing up here and it's hitting a level and it's stopping. So that is a 1, 2 top right there. That could be an M top. See how that looks like an M top? But then when it comes up to here, this is your third touch right here. That is your triple top right there. Now, I go a step further and I do 3 touch to infinity trades. And I do those diagonally, and I also do them horizontally. So for me, I would take this trade right here. I mean, even if price comes all the way up here, it hits there, hits here like this. That's me taking trades. I mean, I know that's an M top there, but essentially the overall move is like this right here. That's really the overall move. That's really like 4 touches there, and that's a setup right there. That is a triple top that happens right there. 1, 2, and 3. Because remember, all this over here hasn't happened yet. So you have to remember that in trading, a lot of that stuff has not happened yet. So when you're looking at the market and you're seeing the market, right, and we have all these things that are happening in the market, you see that big excitable move right there. So you see the market stopping right here. Only if it pushes away from this do we know that this is an anchor point in the market. It has to push away. And once it pushes away, then you know. So we have to give the market a little bit of time in order for it to tell us, what's actually happening in the moment. So those things are extremely important. So there's the market coming down. That you could even say that off of a smaller scale, there's a push there, there's a push there, there's a push there. That's a triple bottom. This is a 4-hour chart. It would look better off of the hourly, I can tell you that right now. But as price pushes down, see how price pushes down here? This is a high right here. So basically what's happening is it's going here and it's coming down like this. So we don't know if this is a confirmed second touch, if it's the true low or not, because it has to reject back up. That's what must happen. So price must reject back up. This buildup is significant for us. It's what we need, because once it gives us this, it's either going to break to the downside or it's going to break to the upside. That's what's going to happen. So once price comes down there, as you see, that's not a true confirmed touch, because see how price is going lower. So what you want to do, let's get this here. So we just watch it and see how price went a little lower. So see if price rejects off here and pushes up, that's a true confirmed second touch right there. And again, I just wait. We just have to watch and see what the market does, because it's essentially all up to the market on what it does. Price is coming down. Price is hitting there. We just don't know where it is at until it really pushes up. But we do know right here is the market pushing down. We can see the market pushes down nice right there. So see how the market's kind of stopping right here? If the market rejects right here and pushes down, we know that is a confirmed second touch. And we know that that's one top, that's the second top right there if price pushes down right there. Because all we need to see, guys, is this. We need to see price come here. We need to see price come there. We need to see price come here. And we just need to see price push down. That's honestly it. So when price pushes down, something like that, that's essentially what we want. Some kind of push down like that. Even here, as it's coming up right there, you can see that there's something about this level that the market likes for reversal. See this right here? something that the market likes about reversal. So if the market, so if the market really, really rejects off of this level right here, this is how we know that that is where the tops are at in the markets. Because what we're looking for, again, is market reversal. Market reversal. That's it. Price comes back up to that zone right there, and we can see that the price is pushed down. That's a sell right there. See how price hit that box? That's a sell because the market tells that's a sell right there. Remember, this is the market building up orders. Those are all sells in there. And this is a trade that I remember losing this trade. Maybe it wasn't this. Oh, it was the next one. It was the next one. It actually does it 4 times. And you see how the market pushes down right here? See this? See how the market's here? Drops. Market's here, drops. See how the market gets there? Drops. See how the market gets there? Drops. You can see that. This is the next time that it reaches that point right there. You can see that. This is the zone. And you can see this. You see how the market goes down? That is really, really what we're looking for every single time whenever we're looking at trading. We're looking to see, okay, I need to see the market reach that zone, and I'm looking to take a sell off of that point because that is what we are looking to do in that point. Now, when this price gets back up here again, this was your triple top right here. Touch, drop, touch, drop, touch, drop. Your tops are right here. This is your tops right here. These are your tops right here. Okay? Those are your tops. And just so you know, whenever I took this trade, I did the 3 touch rule. So I went 1, 2, 3, and this trade was bouncing back and forth. I went into profit on this trade, but it actually went past my my stop loss zone, just a little bit past my stop loss zone. And whenever it did, it hit my stop loss like I think it was like right around here, and then it ended up coming back inside of the zone, and it did like a break and retest. So basically it like broke here, it broke through, and then it hooked under. But that right there, pausing this here is your triple top. There's your trade, there's your drop. There's your trade, there's your drop. There's your trade, there's your drop. And if you were to have gotten in over here, I don't want you to think that that's wrong based off of what I've showed you, because again, it's not. You just have to understand you're not going to win every single trade. Like, someone has to lose in order for you to win. In order for you to win, someone has to lose. So if we play this out, see how price went back down here and see how it went back into the zone here. This is the zone of liquidity right here. If I wanted to shift this down to the hourly chart, do you see now what's being shown on this? And it might be a little hard to see, but there's your little shoulder right there. There's the head right there. See this right here? This is what's happening right now. This is essentially a head and shoulders pattern that was happening on that level. I'm going to go back over here because it pauses whenever you shift it. But do you see that right there? That little head and shoulders move right there? That's what that is right there. But do you see how when price, you look at this, let me zoom this in. That was that head and shoulders that happened there. So many things that happen, guys. But when you understand where the sellers and the buyers are, and that's why I say this to you guys and teach these different strategies, because there's so many ways to do it. But when you start to get the feel for what the market is telling you, that it's a reversal zone, that's telling you that it's a reversal zone, that's telling you that it's a reversal zone. You see how price hits it there, comes down, hits it there, comes down. It's hitting a wall. It's telling you something. It's not going above not only these highs, but that high right there. So since it's not going above there, you're starting to get a feel for, hey, the market's just not going higher than that. And then when you understand stop losses and understand take profits, you begin to see I can just walk away from this shit. I don't even have to look at the market. And that's where we're going to be getting to in the upcoming videos. After this section, we're going to be getting into what all this stuff means. So looking at this and seeing what's happening in the market right here, so essential. Those triple tops and triple bottoms, they happen like crazy. Literally, they happen like crazy. All you need to see is like where the market, they got it. This is the 4-hour chart. They happen off the 15-minute and the 1-hour chart. Literally just right here off of the 1-hour chart and the 15-minute chart. They literally happened right there. If it didn't take me so long to scroll back, it literally, these things happened right here. Matter of fact, I don't think it will take too long to scroll back. I just want to see, show you this. What is this? August 10th? Was I further this way? No. Let me see. I just want you guys to see this. I need to go to April, not August. I'm tripping. There's a faster way to do this. If anybody knows the faster way, there's like a way that you can like type this thing in and it like takes you straight to it. I don't remember how to do that exactly. Let's see, that's this. This is a small mini triple top right here. See how it touches there, drops, touches there, comes down right there. That's a zone right there. I'll just go on this zone, like I said, on here, and you'll be able to see all the way through this level. These things happen like crazy. The bigger time frames are what you want to base this stuff off of, but the smaller time frames is where you want to take entries. That's where you're looking. Look at this right here. See this right here? See that? 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, boom, there's your trade right there. I'm still not to that level yet. See why I said it takes a really long time to scroll over here and do this? But I think it'll be beneficial for you guys to see it. So that's why I feel the need to come over here and show you how this stuff looks. Because to me, from how it looked off of the 4-hour chart, it looked like it did it. I just want to even confirm it for my own self that it looked like it did it at this level. So yeah, there's a triple top right there too. It's important about location. Location is extremely essential in finding these patterns and finding these things. Once you have location, yeah, it did it. This is the very start of it right here. See how the market shot up here and it stopped and it went down right there. It hit right there. See that it shot up, it came down, it hit right there, it came down, it shot up right there. Remember in the beginning of the pattern section when I told you price does not know time? It just knows money. So when you look at this off this zone right here, what price is doing is it's reaching a level and it's hitting, it's coming down, it's hitting, it's coming down, it's hitting. See this right here? That's 3rd touch right there. That's 4th touch right there. That's 5th touch right there. And then there you get your drop. But the buildup of the zone of where the traders are at is right here. This is the buildup of the zone. That's it. So when you understand, it's no different from me just drawing that 4-hour chart and doing it on a larger scale than it is off of this. It's essentially no different. Now, I don't advise to scalp constantly. What I would advise and what is extremely smart to do is when you guys do want to scalp and trade like that, do it with the basis of it being of your anchor being the 4-hour and above. What do I mean by that? Let's go to this 4-hour chart. Let's auto this thing. Let's put this here. So this, see that little box right there? That's where we were just at, right? Now remember, this was the first top right there, the second top right there, and that's the third. What do I mean by that? I mean, instead of doing that little small box, drag this thing all the way out like this and utilize this whole thing right here. Utilize this whole thing. And then when you want to go to the 15-minute chart, what you want to do is when you want to go to that 15-minute chart and it reaches that zone, this is going to be a really good video for you guys. I'm actually doing a lot in this video, but I think this is a really, really good way to teach this in this section. That box. Now, when we see that box, every time you see that box, you must train your mind and say that is a sell. That's what this means, is a sell, guys. So imagine 15-minute chart, it hits right there. See how it drops right there? Now, this is not an extreme amount of pips. This right here is about 19 pips, okay? I'm not saying this is a large amount of pips that happened. This was a pretty good amount of pips right there. See, that's 63 right there. That number, that's 63. But when it reaches that zone, you're looking at taking trades off of those zones, guys. Like those are your zones, and the further it gets to the back of the zone, the better, right? When the trade gets right here, you're looking to take trades off of that zone. You're wanting the market to reach those zones because that's telling you where the traders are at and where the buyers and the sellers are at in the market. So in this instance, it's telling you where the sellers are. So when it reaches that zone, it's not going to immediately reverse for you, but once it gets to that level, you know that it's valid to take a sell. That's what that means. So again, these things can be utilized on any time frame, guys. But again, try to use them at least above the 4 hour and above. At least don't go any lower than the 4, because the patterns work best off of the higher time frames. But what you want to let it do is get to those time frames first, and once it gets to those time frames, like this is the 4 hour chart, start looking to take your positions in those levels. Start getting to build your entry exit strategy around those. That's what you want. But again, that's the triple top and that's the triple bottom. We're going to move on to one more video in the section, and then we are going to move on to basically the really like key core things that you need as far as risk management, as far as trade management goes, your risk to reward ratios, your probabilities, how to flow with the market. All these things are going to be extremely important, guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video and coming up into the next section, because the next section is going to be the section that really starts to separate you from just people who understand market reversal to people who actually develop the winning mindset. And once you complete this, you're going to be an absolute Super Saiyan Jedi Sharingan master, basically. You're going to be cold, son. You're going to be cold, son. So let me let you know that, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, or end this video, and then we're going to move on to the next section.